We have Brian Mason. We'll start here with James.
Hey Brian, I talked to Anthony Gould after the game. He was just saying how he even had to kind of adjust to the kickoff rules and all that. But just him as a player, what is it like to just get the ball in his hands in situations like that? Obviously, we saw some of that like breakaway ability, that shiftiness.
Yeah, I think it was a great first, game and experience for him. He certainly is a very talented returner who's been putting in a lot of extra work to adjust to making the switch from college to the NFL. And I think he'll just get better, as we get him more game experience and get him more reps. But he has an electrifying speed. He has a really good ability to see cuts and to make cutbacks, to find kind of those open lanes and things. There's certainly some little things that we'd like to clean up across the board. And with the returns, we got to roll into the catch a little bit better so we can get the return started faster, not having our momentum go backwards. So there's some little things that we can clean up that can allow for them to have even more success and help out our blocking. We can also set up our tracks a little bit better to kind of help out some of those blocks and set up the blocks before making cuts and things. So there's some little things that we'll be able to clean up and he can clean up that can hopefully allow us to have even more success. But the things that you can really take away from it that were awesome, he's got great top end speed. He's a great athlete and he has really good vision to be able to see when and where to make those cuts.
It's a weird question, but were you like kind of happy that you all kept scoring so you get opportunities to keep like doing it with the live game setting and get those extra reps in?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, it's a new play, so the more opportunities we can get to do it, the more we can kind of learn about it. It was great. As we go throughout the second half, that allowed us to get a lot of other players in the game. I think there's like 52 players played on special teams in the game, by our count. So we were able to sub and get a lot of different guys into the game and get them action and see what they could do.
We'll go next to Jake.
Hey, Coach. So it looks like Alec Pierce is seeing quite a bit more action on special teams these days. What have you seen from him, and how has he been kind of embracing that new role?
Yeah, Alec, the more you can do, obviously the better for the team. He's a selfless player that's kind of been in meetings, even when he was not maybe doing some of the special team stuff last year. He was still in meetings and paying attention and doing some drill work and things. Because we know once we get into the season, certainly the roster on game day is a lot lighter than it is right now. So in emergency situations, we need kind of everybody to be ready to go in a variety of different roles. Uniquely, I coached Alec at the University of Cincinnati. So, he played special teams for me when I was a special teams coordinator at the University of Cincinnati when he was in college. So he was a really good gunner in college. There's a lot of different stuff that he did early in his career in special teams, and have kind of already been able to see him do those things. So we've just been experimenting with him. As a gunner, we've experimented with him on kickoff and kickoff return. I think there's a lot of roles with his skill set that he could be a really valuable player on special teams. And based on, whether he's available for us to use or not, is yet to be seen. So based on his offensive use and some of those things, will kind of dictate some of that stuff. If he's available for us to use on special teams, we think he could be a great special teams player. So we're just getting him some of that experience now in training camp in the preseason. Might just be for an emergency use later in the season. But now that we have opportunity to do that, we're just getting him some experience to do that. We got him 1 rep at gunner in this preseason game. He did a really good job on that rep as expected.
Next, we'll go to Joel.
How many defensive tackles do you think around the league are capable of playing as many special team snaps as Tommy Adebawore did the other day?
Certainly it's unique. The more we can get out of defensive linemen, right, the better. Obviously, if we can get more guys with roles on special teams that are guys that are going to address for us, especially out of some of the big guys, that's very unique. Tommy has a unique skill set in that, obviously he has size and athleticism and can run really fast for a defensive tackle. I don't know the answer on how many guys. Obviously, the Jaguars had Gotsis, who was a very good interior defensive lineman and a very good special teamer. So there's a couple of those unique guys that are out there, but Tommy ended up playing a lot of snaps. It was, 15 to 17. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was in that range of about 15 special team snaps in addition to playing a lot of snaps on defense. And he did a really nice job, continues to keep getting better. So we're excited to keep using him in different ways.
Shifting gears, what did you guys see on the missed field goal from Matt Gay?
Master's got to be able to trust it a little bit better and just attack the ball. He was trying to just kind of finesse and place the ball a little bit, and he knows that. That's just a little thing that he can clean up mentally, just to go attack the ball and swing all the way through it instead of just trying to, make sure that he perfectly places the ball. He just needs to trust it, attack it, and go full speed at it.